We finally got the real confirmed date from Take-Two and the Rockstar Games about the third trailer, pre-orders, official GTA 6 gameplay, everything is here. But let's kick things off with the big news, like the biggest news of this week, of this entire month.
Everybody online is just like, when's GTA 6 coming out?
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with the timelines? It's just like, the answer to that question is, I don't know, right?
Well, no. November 19th, I do know.
Oh, okay.
The company is dropping like a major ban to make sure that like world doesn't just hear about GTA 6, that it's coming soon. I mean, they want like everybody knows that the massive juggernaut of the gaming industry, Rockstar Games, is about to release its newest, most ambitious project like ever. If we talk about the marketing campaign, which is already like a huge deal for any game, you know, sales at launch are totally dependent on getting it right. I know it seems crazy to us on the outside, but like, duh, everyone gonna buy GTA 6 anyway. But you gotta understand one simple truth. Even if you know Coca-Cola exists, they still spend like a ton of advertising to keep even you know that the brand is fresh and it's Coca-Cola and always stand in your mind. So it's the exact same story here. You know, even if we know that Coca-Cola actually do the latest commercial with the AI, but you know, guys, did on Coca-Cola. Oh guys, we got some actually videos here, but it's a scam, nothing happened here. Nothing happens here. So anyways, you know guys, I know you gotta buy it right away, right now at launch, you know, because like the first few months are the absolute bedrock for game sales, you know. It's like what decides its game even gets a sequel or if a project makes it back. All the money they invested in development and marketing, like seriously, you know, suits are always, and investors like always on the board, like don't want to wait years for the game to turn a profit, you know. But we get a situation here with like 13 years, 12 years, I guess it was in development, and like I said in the previous video, like a Burj Khalifa budget, guys. So that's pretty big deal. Plus, GTA 6 was previously like originally supposed to drop closer to the start of the summer 26, guys. So anyway, it would make it like a perfect sense to drop a bombshell like the third trailer alongside the pre-orders announcement, exactly like 1 year after the second trailer. So given all the delays and craziness, you know, and on top of that, actually, we have like another financial report coming around, like I guess early summer, also in June. That report was combined like with the pre-orders, some money, like excitement and hype, like with about a huge shot in the arm. Picture this: the third trailer, the pre-order announcement, and like the kicks off on a whole campaign machine. Maybe that's not crazy, just maybe the Rockstar game push actually these leaks about like GTA 6 pre-orders. Sometimes marketing start exactly like this with some crazy leaks, you know guys. Sometimes the company spend to this like to make some hype around.
The absolute best part about this situation is that by law, these massive corporations are strictly forbidden from lying to their investors during these financial presentations. If they make a false claim or mislead the people funding them, they face massive legal consequences. Because of that legal guardrail, absolutely everything discussed during this meeting is completely legitimate, factual, and straight from the developers themselves, which means we can finally toss out the endless rumors and focus on the real facts. The biggest bombshell from the entire presentation is that Grand Theft Auto 6 is officially locked in for a worldwide launch. We finally have an exact date, and the developers are fully committed to bringing this massive experience to players without pushing the timeline back any further. The studio reported that the game is practically finished at this point, meaning the core development phase is wrapping up and the team is spending their energy polishing the experience to match the incredibly high-quality standards that the studio is known for. They are aiming for minimal bugs and visual fidelity that will push modern hardware to its absolute limits. This level of polish is exactly what the game needs, because nobody wants a repeat of the disastrous launches we have seen from other major open-world titles in recent years. Given the unprecedented mountain of hype surrounding this release, the entire world is going to put every single pixel under a microscopic lens, meaning it absolutely has to be flawless on day one.
The company is dropping like a major bomb to make sure that world doesn't just hear about GTA 6, that it's coming soon. I mean, they want everybody knows that the massive juggernaut of the gaming industry, Rockstar Games, is about to release its newest, most ambitious project ever.
Is it the most successful video game of all time?
I think so, but it depends on how you count.
Okay.
Like if you counted,
From just revenue.
I think if you counted every, like Mario Kart and Call of Duty and a bunch of others, it's not entirely clear, but I think in terms of the value of the IP, most people believe it's the most valuable entertainment IP ever created.
If we talk about the marketing campaign, which is already a huge deal for any game, sales at launch are totally dependent on getting it right.
During the call, investors raised a really fascinating question to Strauss Zelnick, the chief executive officer of Take-Two Interactive. They essentially asked him if a game of this magnitude even requires a traditional marketing budget. When your reveal trailers effortlessly rack up hundreds of millions of views on video platforms just by existing, it is completely fair to wonder if the game could just sell itself on pure word of mouth and organic internet hype. However, the corporate leadership completely rejected that idea. They explained that they are actively preparing an absolutely massive promotional campaign that is specifically tailored for modern audiences. The strategy behind this upcoming promotional blitz represents a massive shift in how the company operates. They are going to focus their resources exactly where people actually spend their time and attention nowadays, which means they are completely throwing out the playbook they used 13 years ago. When the previous entry in the series launched, a massive portion of the promotional budget was poured into traditional television commercials, physical billboards, and legacy media outlets. This time around, traditional television advertising is taking a back seat to a massive push across social media platforms. We have actually already started seeing the early signs of this strategy in motion. The studio has suddenly become incredibly active on platforms like X, actively interacting with the community, celebrating the milestones of everyday players, and responding to inquiries in a way that used to be completely unheard of for such a notoriously secretive developer. Now we finally understand the grand plan behind this sudden shift in behavior, as social media is the main battleground where their entire promotional budget is going to be deployed. This modern approach to promoting a video game is incredibly refreshing to see, especially from a corporate leadership team that has been in the industry for decades. A lot of legacy entertainment companies still fail to grasp that traditional media is fading, but the leadership here understands exactly where the world is looking. They have enough capital to purchase entire television networks if they truly wanted to, but they are choosing to play it smart by focusing on digital spaces. This calculated approach is being applied to a franchise that already holds the record for the second best-selling video game in human history.
And you don't disclose the revenue for GTA 5, correct?
Not the total revenue. It's a lot.